Recently, version 1.21.4 got into Minecraft. The Garden Awakens. With this, some interesting specs came in. Well, now we have this tree, the pale oak, which within we can find the creaking heart, which at night generates the creaking. And this one, when receiving damage, is going to cause the heart to generate resin. And this is the focus of this video. So to understand this, first, let's visit the biome. And this is the new biome, the Pale Garden, which is a variant of the Dark Forest. You're going to see that the Pale Oak is very similar to the Dark Oak. And at night, we're going to find these fellas. This is the creaking. You're going to observe that when this mob receives damage, it is going to generate these particles. These particles are going to be directed towards the creaking heart. We're going to find first this resin in the tree. We just have to dig a little bit, and here is the heart. And one effect is that when the creaking is receiving damage, the heart is going to generate resin. We can go into survival, obtain the resin, we get 9 of these, go to a crafting table, and we can craft these resin blocks. Now we take this, and with 2 pale oak logs, we can craft the creaking heart. And now if we place this creaking heart between 2 logs, at night it's going to become active, and now it could generate its own creaking. It is this mechanic we're going to use for the farm. Now we just have to craft enough hearts and generate our own resin. Well, that is what this farm is going to try to approach, so let's visit it. One way to build this is to build this farm in the air. If we build it far enough from the ground, all the creakings are going to generate inside the farm. And basically the farm is this. We are going to place the hearts there, and as you can see, the rest of the surface of the farm is not able to generate mobs. The only place the creakings are going to be able to spawn is this platform here in the center. And also this farm involves very few redstone. You only need 2 buttons, some redstone dust, and these 4 pistons over here, 2 on each side. So now let's see how it works. Let's go into survival mode and let's see the creakings start to spawn. If we see these creakings directly, they're not going to move. And as I previously said, all the creakings are going to spawn in this small platform over here. If we see in other direction, they're going to try to catch us, but they're going to fall in this pit over here. Ow. As they fall, the previously occupied space is going to be free, and new creakings can spawn again. In total, we have 11 hearts. And once all of them have spawned, they're all going to fall in this pit. Now we take a sword, any sword, you don't even need enchantments. Because the creaking doesn't even take damage, it only needs to be affected one time. And if you follow the particle effects, you can see the hearts generate resin. Now we just need to flick the button, you can see the pistons move the logs, and the resin drops off, being collected down below. Now we hit them again, button. When you see the particle effects dry out, you hit them again, and flick the button. Hit, button, and like that, you just continue all through the night. Remember that in Minecraft, nights only last 10 minutes. You can see that in the logs, resin starts to generate, including the other side. And actually, the surfaces of these logs get saturated. So flicking the button each time you hit them is enough. You can continue all through the night in Minecraft. And at dawn, they despawn. You can see the hoppers that collect the resin are directed towards this chest, and here you can find the product. Well, I did a test, doing one night in Minecraft approximating 10 minutes, and this is the production. What was recollected was 1864 items in 10 minutes. Now let's suppose we let this farm go for 1 hour, which represents 3 nights and 3 days in Minecraft, because an entire day cycle in Minecraft lasts exactly 20 minutes. Making a total of 5,592 items. Of course, we could build an automatic farm, a lot more powerful, like that one I'm working on now, but if you want a cheap farm that is easy to build and very few redstone, this is powerful enough. So, let's go to a tutorial. Let's take into account that this farm is built on the air, so that the creakings don't spread out. But if you don't want to build in the air, we can spawn-proof the area around 16 blocks away from each heart. So in this case I deliver carpets, so creakings don't spawn there and they only spawn on the designated area in the farm. The space we're going to use to build this farm is 14 by 16 blocks by 8 blocks of height. And the materials we're going to use are the following. We can build pretty much everything from wood. In this case I use pale oak. We just need a few blocks, some logs. We do need to get 11 creaking hearts, as I previously showed you. Some slabs, trapdoors. All the rest of materials are only this. And let's not forget our tools. And of course bring a sword, which I recommend to leave it at the farm. This can be of any type, it doesn't even need enchantment. And of course, let's not forget the lightning rod, mostly because our structure is going to be made out of wood, and we do not want a lightning to start a fire. The first thing we need to do is to locate the center of the space. That means 7 blocks from the corner, so we're going to place some slabs over here. And even 2 slabs here for the access. And from here we extend 3 spaces over here. On this side, 3 slabs here, and on the other one also 3 slabs. And here we place 2 logs, or any other full blocks. This is the place where the crickets are going to fall. Then we close off with our 2 slabs, 2 reference blocks. Here we're going to place the chest. By the way, happy holidays. Then we take our hoppers, and we're going to farm 2 rows like this, 5 blocks long. Then we take our slabs, and we're going to extend 6 blocks over this side. With this we can finish off the platform. Over here, where the hoppers finish, we do exactly the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We go over to the front and take full blocks, making a column over here. 4 blocks, and at the top a slab, so crickets won't spawn over here. We take our 3 ladders and place it over here. We come over here and make a second surface over here, 3 blocks long. Now over this side we place a block here, here and here, forming an L shape. And we mirror out the other side. We take an axe and take out this block. Here is where we place the 4 buttons. These 2 down here, and the other 2 over here in the front. Now we're going to build a surface for the cricket spawn like this. These 2 blocks on the sides. Now we can place the 2 trapdoors in the front. And we're going to expand the surface like this. Here we place the 2 torches. So, light level is important, so only crickets are going to spawn in this surface. And over the torch, we're going to place these 4 slabs over here. So now, we're going to form a perimeter with scaffolds over this surface. We just need it in the border. And now we're going to take our trapdoors and place them against the scaffold as it was a wall. Once it is built, we can close them off. And now we can remove all the scaffolding. Now we come to this side, and with 4 slabs, we make a line like this. And on the other side, we place 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to extend towards the platform. Just over here, towards the middle. And we do the same in the other side. Here we place a piston, a block, and another piston. On the other side, piston, block, piston. Now with the slabs, we'll place one over the piston and extend it toward the other side. Over the other piston. Now the process is simple. We're going to place the logs in this axis. We leave a space in the end. 12 logs. Here we leave a space and start to place the creaking hearts. 11 of them. Like this. You're going to see we're leaving a space over here and one space over here. And we're going to mirror out the log display down over here. You can observe as we complete the pattern, the creaking hearts are starting to activate. This means they are ready. And now I recommend to place 3 scaffolds in these 3 places as water bucket. And since we can place water in these reference points, we start here. We clone out the water in here in the middle and place another bucket over here. Break the scaffolding. And we can go to the other side and repeat the process. And this way we have a 5 block long water source blocks at the end. Let's go to the other side. Scaffolds in 3 points. And then we place the water. Now we go to this extreme, and from this block, we make a redstone line towards the pistons. The same thing on the other side. We take our slabs, and over the redstone line, we display them like this. If we do not do this, crickets will be able to spawn over this redstone. Let's go to this height. Extend over here. Now we're going to place some trapdoors over here. Open them up, and this is going to work as a fence, so the crickets don't drop off over this water platform. Let's go to the top. Place the iron bar, and over here, the lightning rod. This is going to protect our structure. Finally, down here, we place 2 trapdoors in front of this platform where the crickets are going to lie over. This is going to allow us to come down here, and the crickets won't be able to see us. Finally, we can leave our sword over here. That way our farm is basically done. Let's put it to a test. So in the night, crickets start to spawn. Don't forget to open these trapdoors. If we get it on our back, they're going to try to reach us. That way they drop down on the pit. Once they are in their place, we can start hitting them. Hit. Button. Hit. Button. Once the sun goes up, they despawn. You can see more resin lying over there, but you can also place more barriers so the resin goes into the water. Here down you can see that after only some hits, we already started to stack up some resin. Now I want to show you our survival world. This is our slightly modified farm. After some time the farm has been working, we have stacked up some blocks of resin. And since down there I have the furnace system of the previous video, remember that you can cook the resin to make these resin bricks. And with all of this, we can craft these resin bricks blocks. Now you can see that this is a very small farm, easy to build, but very productive. It may not be an automatic farm, but it produces enough. This has been Big Wow 61, and remember, I will be watching.